Welcome back to the Nap Lab. Today we are reviewing the Sleepmax mattress available on Amazon. This is a 12-inch hybrid mattress made of polyfoam and pocketed coils with a quilted cover and priced at $399 for a queen. We've seen reasonably good mattresses in this price range in the past, so it's possible this could be a budget-friendly diamond in the rough. Is the Sleepmax one? Let's jump into the review and find out now. On screen now is the performance scorecard for the Sleepmax from our objective and data-driven analysis. As you can see, it's a bit rough around the edges. The good news is that it has an 8.2 for edge support, an 8.5 for sex, and an 8.0 for company. Not amazing, but not bad. From there, however, cooling, pressure relief, and off-gassing all score between a 6 and 7, but the lowest scoring categories belong to motion transfer with a 4.8 and response time at a 5.0. Altogether, the Sleepmax earned a performance score of 6.63. This ranks it among the bottom 1% among all mattresses tested to date. To be fair, it is worth noting that its $399 price tag is 72% less expensive than the average mattress. Even so, with a score in the 6 range, this isn't a mattress we'd feel good about recommending. The Sleepmax comes in a single firmness, medium firm, which is a 6 out of 10 on our firmness scale, where 10 is the most firm. This firmness is generally considered to be suitable for a wide range of sleepers and different preferences. Next, we're going to talk through what the Sleepmax does best. First and foremost, the biggest advantage of the Sleepmax is its low price. There are few mattresses available at $399, and even fewer with a full 12-inch hybrid design. Second, the Sleepmax has high bounce, which can help get in and out of the mattress as well as improve amorous activities. Third, the mattress comes with a full 365-night trial period and free returns, so it's not as risky to take a chance on this one. However, not all mattresses are ideal for all sleepers. Let's talk through the important consideration points for the Sleepmax. First, based on our analysis of performance compared to the 360-plus mattresses we've tested to date, the Sleepmax has one of the lowest and worst scores we've ever seen. Second, motion transfer levels are extremely high. This could be a problem for sleepers sharing a bed, as simply changing positions may be enough to disturb your partner's rest. Lastly, while the mattress may have a longer than average trial period, there is no long-term warranty to speak of. If a defect is discovered past the 1-year mark, there is no company policy that will cover it. Your body weight and sleep position impact the types of mattress that are best able to support you. Our analysis is designed to help match the correct mattress to the right body types and sleeping positions. Support on the Sleepmax is mediocre. During our test, I did not feel supported on the mattress. The mattress is equipped with a 9-inch support layer. This is 1.08 inches thicker than the average support layer thickness of 7.92 inches based on all of our tests to date. While the mattress has a support layer and total height thickness that is generally associated with a more supportive feel, that is not what we experience on the Sleepmax. The coil unit simply feels incredibly cheap. This coil unit, combined with the thinner than average comfort layer and lower quality foam materials, means it's easy to feel those coils on your body. It's also easy to bottom out the mattress while moving around, getting in and out of bed, changing positions, and during amorous activities. When you combine the below average coil unit performance with a below average pressure relief performance, it creates a below average support performance. In my view, this mattress simply does not have sufficient material quality to create an ideal level of support. Based on all my tests to date, an analysis of the materials, and my subjective experiences, I'm confident that most sleepers will find support on the Sleepmax is fair. Be sure to visit us over at naplab.com/mattress-quiz. There, you can submit your needs and preferences, and we'll send you back a personalized recommendation based on your inputs. Next up, we're going to move on to our individual performance tests. At NapLab, we test each mattress by analyzing it according to 10 different factors that impact the feel, comfort, and performance. First up, we have our cooling test. To measure cooling, we lie on the mattress for 15 minutes, allowing it to absorb body heat. Then, we get off the mattress and take periodic measurements of the surface level temperature. Our tests show how the mattress retains its heat and overall cooling performance. Mattresses that breathe better, retain less heat, and sleep cooler are better, as they allow sleepers to maintain a comfortable temperature. The Sleepmax has fair cooling. During our test, I felt a moderate level of heat retention around my body. The mattress certainly seemed to struggle with cooling as we measured notably higher than average max temperatures and also experienced more retained heat and hot spots on the mattress. The foams look and feel lower quality, and they seem to have a harder time releasing heat and breathing. Fortunately, we do have a hybrid design, which is bringing extra airflow in. Even so, the hybrid design alone just wasn't enough to facilitate ideal cooling performance. In our objective temperature test, we measured a max surface level temperature of 91.8 degrees Fahrenheit. This is 1.9 degrees warmer than the average of 89.9 degrees Fahrenheit based on all of our tests to date. After getting off the mattress, the temperature declined by 4.1 degrees from minute 0 to 1, which is 0.7 degrees warmer than the average 0 to 1 minute decline of 4.8 degrees. When we consider the combination of objective data, my subjective experiences, and an analysis of the materials, I'm confident in my view that cooling is fair. For the Sinkage test, we lie on the mattress. In addition, we use a 12-pound medicine ball to test pressure point sinkage. Deeper sinkage can cause sleepers to feel overly enveloped by the material layers, while less sinkage can make you feel that you're sleeping more on top of the mattress as opposed to in it. Sinkage is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. The Sleepmax has moderate sinkage. During our test, we measured a pressure point sinkage depth of 2.04 inches. This is 0.17 inches less sinkage than the average sinkage depth of 2.21 inches based on all of our tests to date. The mattress creates a balanced body contouring hug. While the hug is balanced, the overall feel and comfort dynamic feels like a typical cheap hybrid mattress. The mattress has lots of bounce and movement. In some ways, it feels more like a traditional coil mattress and less like a hybrid. The Sleepmax uses a relatively thin 3-inch comfort layer with 2 inches coming from the quilted cover. This comfort layer is considerably thinner than average, and the ratio of quilted foam versus other foams is far from ideal. To test motion transfer, we place one 12-pound medicine ball on one side of the mattress and drop another 12-pound medicine ball on the opposite side. In addition, we use an accelerometer to objectively measure the motion generated by the medicine ball drop. Lower motion transfer is better as it helps sleeping partners avoid disturbing each other during the night. The Sleepmax has an extremely high level of motion transfer. During our test, we measured a total acceleration range of 16.49 meters per second squared. This is 88% more motion transfer than the average of 8.79 meters per second squared. The hybrid design, thinner than average comfort layer, and in my view, low quality foams and low quality coil unit create the right material conditions to create extremely high motion transfer. In our motion transfer chart, which visualizes our accelerometer data, we can see the highest motion peaks from 0 to 0.2 seconds. Next, we see secondary motion spike from 0.5 to 0.7 seconds. It's not until 0.93 seconds that we return to near zero levels of energy. Motion duration is only slightly worse than average, but the motion intensity is the 7th highest acceleration we've ever tested. There is simply no sugarcoating it. The Sleepmax has extremely high motion transfer and, as a result, isn't a great choice for couples. To test response time, we place a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. Once it's fully at rest, we then quickly remove it and objectively measure the amount of time it takes for the mattress to recover and resume its original shape. A faster response time is better, as quicker responding material layers better adapt to your changes in movement and prevent of a stuck feeling. The Sleepmax has a very slow material response. In our most recovered test, we measured a recovery speed of 1.2 seconds, which is 0.77 seconds slower than the average of 0.43 seconds based on all of our tests to date. In our fully recovered responsiveness test, we measured a recovery speed of 3.5 seconds, which is 2.51 seconds slower than the average of 0.99 seconds. The Sleepmax is really a tale of two materials. The coil unit within the mattress springs back to shape effectively instantly, which is certainly helping with the material responsiveness. However, the foams used within this mattress have an incredibly slow recovery, which results in a very slow material responsiveness. That slow responsiveness makes this mattress harder to move around on, and it creates more of a stuck feeling. To run the bounce test, we drop a 12-pound medicine ball onto the mattress. We measure the maximum depth the ball sinks to before rounding up, as well as the maximum height it achieved on the bounce. Bounce is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. However, more bounce is typically better than less bounce, as it improves ease of movement, aids in response time, and improves sex performance. The Sleepmax has a high level of bounce. During our test, we measured a total bounce height of 10.04 inches. This is 1.14 inches more bounce than the average of 8.90 inches based on all of our tests to date. The same factors that created higher motion transfer also create more bounce. The thinner than average comfort layer and lower quality foams, which simply don't suppress energy to the same degree as many higher quality foams will, in combination with a hybrid design, are able to deliver more bounce than average. That extra bounce is the major reason why motion transfer is higher. However, the extra bounce also improves sex performance, so there are pros and cons worth considering. For an assessment of edge support, I lie on and sit on the edge of the mattress to measure the level of support and compression. Less sinkage while sitting and lying directly on the edge of the mattress is better, as it creates a more supportive edge for sleeping, lounging, and amorous activities. The Sleepmax has good sitting edge support and good lying edge support. In our sitting edge support test, we measured a sitting sinkage compression of 4.25 inches. This is 0.29 inches more sitting sinkage than the average of 3.96 inches based on all of our tests to date. While lying directly on the edge of the mattress, I felt that support was good in all sleeping positions. The Sleepmax is equipped with reinforced coils that run along the perimeter of the edge. These coils are the primary reason that edge support was fairly good. I was quite surprised to see reinforced edge coils, as normally you would only see this design feature in more expensive mattresses. All that said, overall edge support is surprisingly good, especially given the price point. The higher bounce helps make sex less strenuous and less tiring. In addition, the edge support is surprisingly robust. With just 4.25 inches of sitting edge sinkage, the edge is supportive enough to be a usable part of the mattress for amorous activities. Our sex test uses a weighted formula to assess sex performance. Higher bounce and more supportive edge are the most important factors, with noise, pressure relief, and cooling being lesser weighted inputs. Mattresses with more bounce and better edge support perform better for sex, as do mattresses that don't make as much noise and are more comfortable to lie on. The Sleepmax has good sex performance. First, let's talk to the positives. Bounce and edge support both earned good scores. We measured bounce at 10.04 inches, which is notably higher than average. When it comes to sex performance, more bounce is almost always better. Higher bounce helps make sex less strenuous and less tiring. In addition, the edge support is surprisingly robust. With just 4.25 inches of sitting edge sinkage, the edge is supportive enough to be a usable part of the mattress for amorous activities. Moving on with a middling score, we have noise, which we rated at a moderate level. It certainly isn't ideal, but it's still a reasonably good performance level at this price point. Next up, we have the cons, which include pressure relief and cooling, both of which left much to be desired. Despite the weaker performance from pressure relief and cooling, the overall sex score is good, primarily thanks to the above average bounce height. Our pressure relief test is a measure of overall pressure relief performance. We analyze materials, layers, thicknesses, density, and design elements in conjunction with a subjective assessment of our experience while lying on the mattress. Mattresses with better pressure relief are able to create a more comfortable sleeping surface. The Sleepmax has a mediocre level of pressure relief. During our test, I felt significant pressure points on my body and, in general, found the mattress to be uncomfortable. The mattress is equipped with 3 inches of comfort material, which is 1.27 inches less comfort material than the average comfort layer thickness of 4.27 inches based on all of our tests to date. When I look at the quality of the foam layers, I am just not happy with what I see. The foams look and feel incredibly basic and lower quality, both on the body and in hand. It's also relatively thin at just 3 inches of comfort material, which is all the more problematic considering the relatively low quality of the foams. The thinner than average comfort layer combined with the poor foam quality makes me incredibly concerned about the longevity of this mattress. I just don't expect this mattress to last very long. Moving on, we have a 9-inch coil unit, which is a good height. However, the quality of the coil unit looks and feels incredibly low quality. It's also a significant reason for the extremely high motion transfer. The quality of the coil unit also makes me incredibly doubtful that this mattress is going to last very long. In our pressure mapping test, we measured a max PSI of 1.10. When it comes to pressure mapping, lower PSI is better, and ideally, I want to see notably less than a 1.0 PSI. Suffice to say, at a PSI of 1.10, there are clear pressure points lighting up in the hips. When I consider our objective pressure mapping tests, material thickness, material quality, and my subjective experiences on the mattress, I'm confident most sleepers will find pressure relief to be mediocre. To evaluate off-gassing, we assessed the mattress following the initial unboxing, taking a subjective measure of any strong smells. We monitored the mattress over a period of days until the mattress no longer has a strong odor. Mattresses with a less strong smell and or a smell that dissipates more quickly are better. The Sleepmax had a strong smell upon the initial unboxing. The mattress smelled for 12 days. This is 5.2 days longer than the average smell duration of 6.8 days. The company score takes a look at the factors that may influence your experience with the mattress. Factors include length of the trial period, warranty, shipping costs, return costs, and country of origin. Sleepmax mattresses come with a 365-night trial period and do not come with any warranty. Shipping and returns are both free. So, should you buy the Sleepmax? In a word, no. In slightly more words, the Sleepmax looks appealing with its 12-inch hybrid design and an exceptionally low price point. However, it performed poorly across the majority of our tests. Its already thinner than average comfort layer is mostly made up of its foam-filled cover, which just isn't dense enough for most adult bodies, in my view. So you're left with a bed that is mostly a pocketed coil unit, which leads to massive motion transfer levels and worse pressure relief. Overall, this just isn't a great mattress, and it's not one I would recommend. For a mattress that I would recommend at the $400 price point, it's the Sienna. So if you're interested, take a look at that video now. Thanks for watching, guys.